Yeah, baby. What's good, folks? The most poppin'. I love saying it. Russ talk all sports because y'all know what it is.
Yes, sir. Pops? Everything's good, baby. Everything's good.
It is
NFL's popping. NBA's getting ready to come back. There's been a lot of movement. You know, Russell Westbrook, the Lakers.
Yep.
Oh,
the Nuggets about to get popping here in a little bit. Oh,
Donovan
I knew
Mitchell.
You were about to say it. I was like, he's about to say the Donovan Mitchell. Donovan goes to Cleveland.
Yes, sir.
He leaves Utah. Some people might like the people that they acquired, but as far as I'm concerned, the Utah got easier for Denver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
so
exactly,
that's how I feel about that. Getting into the show,
the West has always been strong.
Well, it's very strong and competitive. So if we can lighten the tension even a little bit, I'll take it. Let me breathe a little bit. She did the twirl. Okay, great. Watching sports as we do. All right, y'all. So what's good? As we get into the show today, another great show. Want to go ahead and talk about I don't know, touchy stuff. NFL players, athletes don't like when people talk about their bags. But I think it's worth us asking and talking to the viewers and asking y'all, how many times can these quarterbacks keep setting the market? Like, I understand there are great quarterbacks out there. I understand they all deserve to be paid, but the number keeps going up, and the number keeps going up, and the number keeps going up. So I wonder, is there like a busting point where the game affects the game? So that's a question that I posed to everyone. I got some stuff I'm gonna jump into as we answer that question. But knowing that, Pops, I'll let you start.
Yeah, when you say hurts or affects the game, I think that you have to look at the teams individually. For example, oh my gosh, he went to the Raiders. He was with the Packers. Went to the Raiders.
Adams.
Yes, because
Adams.
They paid Aaron all that money. They couldn't afford to keep him. So now he's with L.A., the Raiders,
okay.
Vegas Raiders. Okay, look at Tyreek. Tyreek's now in Miami because they paid Patrick all that money. So when you start saying to the detriment of the team, I think you have to look at them individually. There are teams who have money and they can afford $450 million for their star quarterback, but that's a rarity. That's an anomaly. You have to be like the best quarterback to get that kind of money. But go ahead. I mean, that's just my initial thought stuff with that, you know?
So, I mean, when I say hurts the team, affects the team, you just made two
clear
if
you
points,
can't retain the pieces that help you get to the Super Bowl, then what are you doing? You know what they're doing? They're looking for, not this year, not next year, when we get our first rounds in, we still have our QB. And that's what they're doing.
Okay, so they're trying to play the long ball and hoping that it evens out.
I'm not at Cleveland where I'm going to tank this year.
That idea. I like that idea.
I got my quarterback. He's solidified.
Pay it up front. It's going to hurt you for a while. You may have gotten a ring, or you're probably chasing it, and it's going to work out in the long run once you get some talent that you don't have to pay another quarterback for some time.
Plus, they'll come in on a rookie salary,
that thought.
and they'll produce for you.
Okay,
because you got a quarterback. Quarterback makes everybody looks good.
Alrighty. Well, I mean, I like the mindset. I like how you're coming about that. So, as I look at it, here's kind of the approach I wanted to take it on as I was looking at this episode and thinking about this whole conversation. How much of the pie are quarterbacks taking in today's game, and how much have they been taking? Is it really affecting the game? So, real quick,
they're not taking anything. The owners are realizing they need to pay that.
Hold on. Just listen now. So, 2022. I saw an average. Let's imagine a pie chart that quarterbacks are taking up an average top elite quarterbacks.
Let me guess. 2/3.
They're taking anywhere from about 10 to about 24% of the pie chart.
Okay.
Of 100%, that's what they're taking for an elite quarterback.
Yeah.
Fun fact: the 24% happens to be your boy Russell Wilson for the Denver Broncos, who will be taking 24% of our pay cap this year.
Okay.
Fun fact. He was the highest of the 2022 season. All right, so let's roll, right? Is it really, are we changing? Are we evolving? Let's go back 10 years. Actually, it's 12 years to 2010 specifically, where the average for an elite quarterback at that time was 6 to 29%. Almost about the same.
Okay.
So it really, as far as percentage-wise, it has not changed. Just economy and life seems to have risen. So let's go back.
So that what makes it relevant today.
Here's why I'm about to blow y'all's mind. Let's go back 10 years from that to 2000, where the average elite quarterback was 10% up to 40% of the NFL cap at that time.
Wow.
Why am I BSing? Drew Bledsoe, Chris Chandler, whoever that is, and Jeff Blake.
He played for Atlanta.
All three of those dudes took 40% of their team's cap for that year. It was not an anomaly.
And I wish I had stats in front of me to determine what did they do those years.
So what am I saying is that...
Well, wait. So we know what happened to Bledsoe. Got injured, and he was gone.
What I'm saying has nothing to do with his career. What I'm saying is this, is that quarterbacks have always been chomping up at the cap of a team, and it may never change. So is it hurting the game? Probably not, because it's been a consistent thing from what I've seen.
And Chandler's 40% got them to the Super Bowl, and they play who? The Denver Broncos.
Okay, I like that, but what I'm getting at is about the quarterback cap. Is it affecting the team? Okay, I don't care about Chandler. I don't even know that cap.
I think it goes back to my initial statement. It's based on the individual teams. How are they positioned? Do they have the money? You know, because then it's so immaterial, and it's almost subjective.
And you answered my question from what I'm getting to you, and that the overall scheme of the NFL, as a fan, I have nothing to worry about. That these quarterbacks keep upping the ante every time they get paid. And then when I write this show, a question of mine that I'm thinking, why is this even relevant? If I'm another special teams player or special position player, my apologies, I'm thinking WTF. You know, I might max get 60. Okay, Tyreek Hill he got probably buku money, but a dang good player gets 60, 70, 80 million. A dang good quarterback gets 200 feet. Okay, I had down. Lamar's looking for 200 feet. The ballpark, and I don't know this man's mind, but the ballpark he's in is 250. 250.
He hasn't done what other people have done until Lamar Jackson gets the Baltimore Ravens into. He's only won one preseason game.
So until he gets to your point,
deep into the playoffs.
Case in a situational case, to your point,
he's not worthy of it. Oh, he's not worthy of it yet.
So that's why they haven't cut the check.
That's exactly. He's not worthy of it yet. Until you earn it, you're not worthy of it yet. But to answer your question about...
hold on, wait. So what? Hold on, real fast, because this got real interesting. So we're going to go left for a second here, just a second.
We got time.
What does he got to do to be worthy? All right,
Lamar is a darn good quarterback. He's flashy.
He can get past the first round. Like, bro, that should not be your expectations. Like, your quarterback's good if he can get past. I want a Super Bowl. That is your mind state every Super Bowl.
That's the goal. That's the end goal for every team.
What does Lamar have to do to get paid? Because as far as I see it, he can get you to that bowl. And if a
he hasn't done it yet.
So you're all right. So look,
he hasn't done it yet.
So you want to Flacco move it?
No, I don't want to do that. I don't even want to go there.
That's what you're saying. That's
but you're asking me the question. What does he need to do?
Win the Super Bowl, and then we'll cut the check.
No, let's first start with steps. He needs to get deep into the playoffs. He's won one playoff game. He's not.
It's the same thing. Had they paid Flacco to his potential before winning the Super Bowl and gave him what he was worth,
they gave Flacco $120 million.
$126 million.
He wasn't
after
worth
a Super Bowl. So you're saying pay Lamar $250 after a Super Bowl?
Yes, get there first. Don't pay him now when he's not proven he's worth it.
Hold on. So what? So to make sure I'm on the same page with Pops, in the NFL, we're only paying for rewards.
Stop. Let me give you an example.
Contracts are based on your
Where
reward,
do you put where do you place Peyton? Where do you place Peyton? Peyton got that 99 or that $100 million contract only after he won that Super Bowl. Peyton never his first 6 years in the NFL, he never even made it. How's that a different era? It's the same style. It's the play.
I'll give that because the numbers support
What are you doing for your team?
But then you know what? And
I'm sorry for shouting because I'm just passionate.
Peyton packed the bags.
No, he didn't leave. They fired him, and that was well after that.
Facts.
That's 2006, 2008. I mean, he kept running up against Brady and those folks. Peyton got paid only after he won that Super Bowl.
All I'm going to say is this, is that when you have in top echelon quarterback, elite, even what I would say for Lamar Jackson, quit putting all the weight on him and quit holding out on the bag. If the numbers
then they don't think he's elite.
History and the numbers
they don't think he's elite. He's only won one playoff game.
Go get you some defense. Go get you some offensive linemen. At least 2 dang receivers. Because I don't like the receiving corps.
Okay,
I just don't.
How was Kansas
for quite some time?
O-line, Kansas defense
before
Patrick got paid? Were they marginal?
Bro,
I think he had weapons.
KC has not been like the best offensive line, but they haven't been terrible. On top of that, their
And
quarterback
Patrick
can play
Mahomes won a Super Bowl, and that's why he got paid. Until Lamar does something of that magnitude.
That's not necessarily just why he got paid. Patrick Mahomes is young and a generational quarterback. They gave him a 10-year
Lamar's only 25,
contract.
26.
Dude, they gave Patrick a 10-year contract.
Okay, we're confusing the fans. What are we talking about?
Period is this. Is like you are. So we kind of went. I said that, and I said we're going to left for a moment for the Lamar situation. So I guess we'll reel it back in, and we'll kind of put a bow on it. Is that it really does not seem. Let me get into my mic here. It really does not seem that paying your quarterbacks the appropriate amount in appropriate situation is hurting the game or hurting your teams. So
not true.
So
we already routed off two people.
Okay,
that's fine because Green Bay lost their star.
Okay, but we just said
Kansas
situational.
Lost their star.
I got it. We're not going to remake the point. So I just said on a situational, it does not hurt the team on a situational basis. The foundation of the question is the answer to it. We kind of agreed on with
individually.
Is that the game is not being affected by these quarterbacks ending up the market every time they get paid because
plus,
it seems to be that's just the nature of the game.
Like your pitcher.
However, I do have just an interesting mind state is that will this build up at some point where it just cannot go anymore? And that
you know what
that's
wait that's a great question. I think time will tell. I think initially it will continue to be what can that team afford to do, and like for example, Kyler Murray just got paid.
Here's how
his payment has not impacted the Cardinals.
The season hasn't started. We'll see how that goes.
They haven't lost anybody because they paid him.
We'll see how that goes. Here's how
But no, I hear your point. But can they draft in the future because they paid him?
Here's how I want to kind of put a bow on this all. Is I would be very curious to see in the future, especially near future, if any rules are changed as far as an amount or max amount that position basis can be paid.
Let me ask you a question.
Hold the
Who's
amount
going to
of
govern the rules
on the team.
Who's going to govern the rules? Other than salary cap, you can't say, "Hey, he's not worth $500 million."
What are you going? I'm gonna say it again as I wrap up the show. I find it interesting to see if the NFL. I don't even know what's going on with my mic here. I hope that I'm still good. I find it interesting to see if the NFL is going just to put a max amount on the position as far as how much each position max can be paid. That's all I'm saying.
What is that? $500 million?
No, what a percentage of your cap.
I know. Oh, I like that. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
I like that. Okay.
You can only pay your quarterback 25% of the cap. Period.
Wow.
You know what that would do for other positions? Open up their book.
I like that, and I have not had that kind of cognitive process.
That's what I'm getting at with this.
I like that.
So viewers, tell me what y'all think about that.
You know what?
Chew on that.
Let's chew on that because I think that is really. Wow.
Just imagine
but why would they do that? Why is that important?
Because other positions need to be just as sustainable.
But if you had, listen to me. But if you had
and fullbacks,
let's go to basketball, baseball. Bro. If you had, so we're out of time. I wanted to make a very valid point with that.
Come on, what do you got? Come on.
I don't know how you could do that. Because if you have a good long ball, look at the Dodgers. They're stacked. So you're gonna say I'm not gonna pay him arbitrary number 42% of my cap.
Baseball has no cap. Why are you even talking about they have no cap?
Okay,
they can pay every play. We're not talking about. I'm saying baseball has no cap, so they're not even part of this conversation.
All right.
There is no pie.
All right,
it's a buffet. It's
fair.
Unlimited.
Then you know what I'm gonna say? That's gonna be something for arbitrary agreement. When they say, "Hey, go to the collective bargaining agreement."
I just want to see it in the future. That's all I'm saying, bro.
You know what though? But I like the concept. I love the concept.
Then let's let the
viewers.
I
hope it doesn't get to that point.
Get in the comments.
I hope it doesn't get to that point.
We are there.
Because that's regulating.
We're there. Get in those. If we're not there, then let me know I'm tripping.
Don't regulate.
But Garage Talk All Sports. That's good debate. Have a good night. Good night, folks. Drop that music and bam.